بعد قلب الدهر ما بيه ما
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. From the moment we step into this world until the moment we bow out, we are constantly faced with situations that require courage and bravery. When we were toddlers taking our first steps and embarked on the journey of becoming unstoppable, or on the first day of school, when we were entering a new world of socialization and competition, whether when we're moving to a new country for better job opportunities and future, or sharing our life with someone new and making a vow to be by their side through sickness or health till death do us part. Every new step of life requires us to be more courageous than the previous ones and causes us to tap into compartments of bravery we might not have even known we had within us. And sometimes we require courage to get ourselves out of a dark place and a scary headspace. Sometimes everything around us seems to be going well, but there's a wild storm raging inside. We can't seem to find a way to fight off all the dark clouds hanging on our every single thought, or the whirlpool that is sucking us deeper and deeper into despair. Or we can't seem to be able to exert the amount of energy it would take for us to keep it together while a monstrous typhoon is ripping us apart from the inside. Whichever of these situations we're facing, and whatever the circumstances that require us to be courageous, we can always turn to Imam al-Hussein and the story of Karbala for help. But first, let's define courage. Merriam-Webster defines courage as the mental or moral strength to venture, preserve, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. Additionally, psychologists identify 4 categories of courage: physical, social, moral, and creative. With that in mind, the level of courage displayed in Karbala becomes even more impressive because it literally includes all categories and embodies the definition with the most accuracy. Furthermore, in a narration regarding courage and bravery, which, although aren't the exact same thing, are often used interchangeably, we read, "Courage is a ready and present assistance and an evident virtue." It's a ready, present, and accessible assistance because it kicks in the moment we need it the most. Just as we are about to face the fire-breathing dragon, that inner strength seethes and flows through our limbs and acts as an immediate aid against the towering fire drake. And since it manifests in our actions and approach, it's an apparent and evident virtue. A great example of this, as it would be when someone puts the words courage and Karbala in the same sentence, is Abu al-Fadl Abbas alayhi salam. He was known for his bravery and valor from an early age. In fact, when the commander of the faithful asked his brother to seek out a wife for him, he insisted on her being from a noble tribe famed for their bravery so that her children may inherit this trait. During the events of Karbala, not only did he showcase his courage through his battle skills and in the way he defended the sanctity of the daughters of the Messenger of God, but also through his standing by his Imam's side from the very beginning until the very end. On the day before Ashura, he was approached by Shimr bin Diljoshan, one of the generals of the opposing army, who had come to offer Al-Abbas and his brothers a safe conduct based on the fact that their mother was Shimr's cousin. Even though it was a total given for Abbas to tear the piece of paper and send the enemy running back to their camp, it was still an indication of his immense courage that although he knew what would happen to him the next day, he still chose that over all the safe conducts and bribes in the world. And that's basically what courage is. We know the consequences of what we want to do. We're fully aware that there is a high possibility we might not survive our encounter with the dragon. And often, for us mere mortals who don't have the blood of the Lion of God flowing in our veins, as Al-Abbas did, we even acknowledge the fact that the situation is really scary and that our hands are shaking from nerves. Courage is to act brave despite of our fear, whether it's on a smaller scale such as speaking up for our rights in the workplace, saying no to peer pressure, stepping out of our comfort zone and gaining new experiences, or bigger things like being steadfast in our religion when everyone tells us not to be for the sake of progression, defending the truth even if the majority of the population labels us as a bigot or unwoke, choosing the love for Hussein over worldly desires, even if it costs us our life. Peace and blessings be with you.